And our word for today on this Tuesday of the 12th week in Ordinary Time, this Tuesday, June the 25th, our word for today is upholds. Upholds our word for today. We find it in our responsorial psalm, Psalm 48, God upholds his city forever. That's where the word is located, but the proof of that thing is in our first reading, where we see God moving with power to protect his people. The second book of Kings, chapter 19, Sennacherib, king of Assyria, sent envoys to Hezekiah with this message. Thus shall you say to Hezekiah, king of Judah, do not let your God on whom you rely deceive you by saying that Jerusalem will not be handed over to the king of Assyria. You have heard what the kings of Assyria have done to all other countries. They doomed them. Will you then be saved? So this is the God of Assyria, the king of Assyria saying to the king of Judah, your God is not going to protect you. We have already shown our strength in battle. We're going to annihilate you. Don't build a false confidence based on your God. We have already conquered all of these people and their gods without any issue whatsoever. Your God will not be an issue for us either. So then Hezekiah goes to the prophet Isaiah. Then Isaiah, son of Amos, sent this message to Hezekiah. Thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, in answer to your prayer for help against Sennacherib, king of Assyria, I have listened. This is the word the Lord has spoken concerning him. She despises you, laughs you to scorn, the virgin daughter of Zion. Behind you she wags her head, daughter Jerusalem. For out of Jerusalem shall come a remnant, and from Mount Zion survivors. The zeal of the Lord of hosts shall do this. Therefore, thus says the Lord concerning the king of Assyria, he shall not reach the city, nor shoot an arrow at it. Before he won't be able to come with his shields, nor cast up siege works against it. He shall return by the same way he came without entering the city, says the Lord. I will shield and save the city for my own sake, and for the sake of my servant David. That night, now, this is where you have got to account for the power of the Lord working. That night, the angel of the Lord went forth and struck down 185,000 men in the Assyrian camp. That night, the angel of the Lord went forth and struck down 185,000 soldiers in the Assyrian camp. So Sennacherib, the king of Assyria, broke camp and went back home with his tail between his legs. That's not what it says. But he went back home to Nineveh. Why? Because he had come up against God. Brothers and sisters, let me tell you, me and God against any army are going to be victorious. Not because I have any strength at all. There was no strength in the king of Judah, Hezekiah. He went to the prophet, and the prophet is the one who told him. Isaiah is the one who said, God is with you. He will conquer them. Don't mock God. So we're not reliant upon our own strength, but we are absolutely confident in the strength of God. And because of that confidence, we can go forward with boldness and proclaim the truth of the gospel, knowing that God is with us and we can withstand anything that comes against us. The plans of the evil one are not compared to the power of God. So we rebuke those plans of the evil one, and we stand in the strength of God, confidently going forward, doing all that he asks us to do. Why? Because we know that he will uphold us. Uphold our word for today.